3-minute flight instructor Kevin Panic. Lesson Energy Manager Explained. Scene 1, take 1. Okay, got a cup of coffee. Still hadn't had a drink out of it yet, so I am kind of a little calmer this morning in Central Florida, flying capital of the world. Going to talk today about Energy Manager. You're just calling it a private pilot. Everyone calls it a private pilot. Everything like that, flying a fixed wing. I'm calling it you're an energy manager. And why is that so important? It's as important as like starting a 3-minute timer right there, okay? It's because we got to set the ground, set the idea of some of the people learning to fly have no basis of knowledge of the aircraft. They were not had the ability to be introduced to a plane that sat in there when they're 12 years old and take the yoke from Uncle Tommy. You know, those are wonderful. Those people aren't probably not struggling as much and not watching 3-minute flight instructor, that's for sure. Because you know, what you gonna learn in 3 minutes, he's and she's been learning that from Uncle Tommy for a while. But those of you that have really no basis and want to learn to fly, you can fly. You will fly. I'm telling you, you will fly. Persistence is the key, okay? I don't care if you're 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours, 50 hours, and you haven't even soloed. That's okay, because we as flight instructors know we're not judging you, because there's primacy, there's recency, there's all sorts of things in our aviator instructor's handbook that tells us why you are where you're at. It's natural, okay? So don't stress out. Keep going, be persistent, and it's gonna slowly click. Keep logging that time, go up with the flight instructor. So as an energy manager, what I'm saying there is, you have these inputs into the craft, right? And you have the engine that gives you thrust and all those kinds of things that you've been learning in your ground school. One of the big ones that catches a lot of pilots is the idea of the gravitational field of Earth. So what you've done is you've flown and you're at 2,000 feet. Well, think about what if you climb the mountain, right? It's potential energy and kinetic energy, right? So you climb the mountain, you're standing on top of the mountain, you're potential energy, you're standing there. But go ahead and start trying to run down the mountain. You're going to start stumbling and tripping and falling, and that's that Earth. You're now recovering the energy you took to go to the top of the mountain. That's one of the key things about flying, right? Is that's why we got to stay on top of it, because we've seen time and time again. You can watch YouTube videos, controlled flight in terrain. You got a guy got a beautiful brand new twin engine jet. He's a private pilot. He's got his wife or whatever, and he gets in trouble and starts losing control of the energy, and then his plane is so sleek it just starts coming down in the gravitational field, accelerating beyond the capabilities of control, and it just comes apart in flight because the stresses on the aircraft from that airspeed is just dropping. So that's the key there about why energy management is important, is to stay ahead of the aircraft and don't let your whiteboard, your fancy new tools fall all over you, because as long as you're managing your energy, inputs and outputs and descendings and climbing, you have the instruments there available to tell you what kind of energy you have. Lower airspeeds is lower energy, right? Turning, you've got stored energy that you're now putting in the load factors and loading the wing. So 3 minutes is it. Energy manager. Have a super day.